gonna get for the bottom dollar. So first of all, we can start down here. This is a simple common trade practice. We have a plumbing boot with no sealer around the edge. As you can see, water is literally pooling and entering the home. I'm not sure how well you can see that on the camera, but this is actually just water sitting in the groove of the flange that's supposed to have caulking. In addition to that, bring the camera over here, they've wrapped this around the edge. Now what we want to see on something like this would be an install more or less like that. You can see all this is gathered up dirt and other things that are going to direct water off to the side and into the nails that are underneath the shingle. So when you have this here, no good. When you have this here, now water is going to be able to flow freely down and out. Let's just clean that up for them. So in addition to that, we're seeing a lot of other problems. Here you have a similar error. By wrapping this all the way around, you're leaving the water to hit nails that they've applied underneath. Unfortunately, this isn't even the roof that we came up to fix. I just couldn't look away from all this stuff. On this side, you can see they accidentally cut into the shingle and just left that there. I mean, a poor quality roofer would generally apply sealer. A good roofer would have replaced this. They did not seal around these, so it's just the old sealant. Here it's still holding up pretty good, but here we're just allowing water to penetrate into here, into the chimney and into your attic. In addition to back to this plumbing flange, they left these nails exposed. They should be caulked over with sealant like Sam's doing here around the plumbing flange. She's gonna have an impossible time doing it due to the pooling water. The sealant's not gonna seal properly. We're gonna do our best to help them out, but again, this isn't even the roof we came up here to fix. That's just the type of people we are. We'll go over to this side. This is a maxi vent. This is gonna get a lot of wind pushing and pulling on it. As you can see, I'm able to move this. I shouldn't be able to move it this much. The problem here, again, they used nails without sealer. These should be installed with a hex screw with a gasket. The screws are gonna pull into the plywood and allow this to have no movement. Right now it's moving all over the place. This is actually a pretty risky situation we're gonna have to talk to the homeowners about. If we look down on this side, all these shingles are running high and actually exposing the nailing line. The fact that we can't see the nails means that they didn't nail properly. If I lift up this shingle a little bit, the nails aren't on the nailing line. So there's no nail there. High exposure, you're gonna end up with blown off shingles, etc. Coming up to here, through what I can only imagine to be sheer laziness or inability to comprehend coming up and over top of this peak, they didn't bother to cut these shingles. They just left them overlapping, and they don't actually line up. On a 3-story roof like this, the aesthetics are not as important to some people because you can't see it from the ground, but to me this is very important, as well as the fact that you're going to allow wind to get under here. These won't seal properly to each other. I should never be able to just simply do this and pull up a shingle like that. I should have to use my hatchet. It should be sealed much better, and it would be had it have been installed properly. So if we're looking again, so over to this side, the problems are just one after the other. They've used nails through the faces of the shingle without actually caulking them or putting sealer on them. For some reason they left this pushed up, so you get this big bubble which has caused the cracking in the cap at the top here. And now, because they only used little 1 1/4 inch hand nails, we have pulled through the shingle. The nails aren't binding properly to the shingle, and this will probably be blown away very shortly. All of this is very irritating to a good roofer. Again, we're going to look at this flashing exposed nails. They've rusted because of water penetrating. These aren't going to leak right away, but once they rust, the metal is going to oxidize and shrink down, and then you're going to get leaking into the home. This is most likely a small leak right now, all the way down this about 20-foot section of flashing. So when we come up to here, we're going to see more exposed nails in the capping. Again, more leaks. Over here, exposed nails in the capping. Now we can come down over to this part, and we're going to see the repair that we did our best with. Due to the improper installation, we had to put multiple layers of shingle with a small row. This will keep the water out for now, and it won't blow away. But in probably the next windstorm, these might be the only shingles left on the roof. You look down here, I'm not sure why, but they just didn't bother to tuck this shingle into position, and the left nail's exposed. We've sealed up the nails for now. That's gonna do a temporary repair, temporary job. I mean, it could last 4 years. It could last until the next windstorm. You never know. And then again, over here, we're seeing more of the same. Shingles just overlapped on top of each other. Here, there's really no excuse. There was no excuse over there, but even less here, because there's nothing to come up and over and around. It's just a straight side. It confuses myself as to why this would end up happening, but this is what you're gonna get with Jim Bob Construction doing your roofing and pulling up in a van with a ladder strapped to the top. And I shouldn't even say that. There's a lot of bad work performed by reputable companies due to the fact that they hire subcontractors. If you're looking at your roofers, you're really going to want to find people who are doing the work in-house or inspecting the work properly, because this is what you end up with, and people run away. 5-year warranty, maybe they might not be around for 5 years. And you know, it's really disappointing. This roof as a whole probably costed all 4 of these units, I would assume, about $12,000 to $15,000. And had they, depending on what they paid the actual installers, you don't really know, but had they paid that $12,000 to $15,000 to a reputable company, did a little bit of research on them, asked for some photos of the work, then you know you might have been in a better situation. Andrew here is showing you some more exposed nails that were just driven through the face of the shingle. And I'm going to show you another more thing, and then we'll cut this video off, because we could talk about this roof all day. We're going to look here, and again, no nails. There's one little nail here about an inch and a half to an inch above the nailing line, and it's overdriven. So what that is there's a pressure setting on the nail guns. You're supposed to adjust this pressure setting every single time you do a roof installation, and most often in the middle of a roof installation. The heat from the sun will change the density of the shingle, making it easier to blast through it, as opposed to a nice flush install. So we'll go ahead and we're going to put a nail in here, just so you can see what a proper nail looks like. Again, what I was mentioning before, the shingle lines up right on the nailing line, so I'm going to be forced to go above it in order to not allow water to penetrate onto the shingle, or through the nail hole. See, not being able to see the nail is important, as well as having a flush nail. The head of the nail isn't driving through the shingle, it's sitting on the top. So whenever this gets pulled on, I'm not going to pull on it because I don't want to break any more seals than we actually have to. But when you pull on it, it won't lift up and fly away. This is why you need to do research on the roofing company that you're hiring. This is why you need to hire a reputable company, ask for referrals, make sure you have enough referrals that it eliminates the ability to have fake referrals. There's people out there who ask their group of friends to give them referrals, say, yeah, I did my roof, or they did my roof and they did a great job, when really there was no roof done. Also, make sure those referrals are coming back from at least 3 years prior. Somebody can install a roof, be very friendly to you face to face, and if it's only done last year, you might not know that you have these issues, because the tar lines and the shingles are designed to essentially be poorly installed nowadays. They're trying to make them dummy proof. So do your research, everybody. Have a good day.